Deion Sanders, the best defensive back in the National Football League, the best punt returner, and he's going to play some plays on offense. I think Chan Gailey summed it up best. He says, when this guy's on the field, I'm in awe. He takes my breath away. Deion Sanders.
Well, we'll see Deion Sanders on defense right off the bat because the Oakland Raiders have won the toss and they have elected to receive. You're looking at Toby Goen, who will kick off for the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys come in at 2-1. The Raiders at 1-2 on the season. There is Desmond Howard, who is deep. Full house on hand as usual here at Texas Stadium, and we're underway. Howard from just inside his own 5. Cuts back, goes the other way. Has some running room if he can turn the corner, but he can't. Out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. A 15-yard return when all is said and done. Pushed out by Darren Woodson. And Jeff George is the quarterback in his 8th season out of Illinois, and the offensive line that he'll have in front of him looking to keep him off the turf today. Harlow Wisniewski, Robbins, Derek Graham, and Lincoln Kennedy. In the backfield, Napoleon Kaufman and the rookie John Ritchie, Tim Brown and James Jett are the wideouts, and Ricky Dudley is his tight end. Kaufman. Maybe 2 yards on the play. Randall Godfrey and Dexter Coakley on the tackle. Let's look at the Cowboy defense. Up front, Kavika Pittman, Leon Lett, Chad Hennings, and Greg Ellis, the rookie out of North Carolina. The linebackers, Godfrey, Strickland, Coakley. In the secondary, on the corners are Kevin Smith and Deion Sanders. Omar Stoutmeyer and Darren Woodson are the safeties. On 2nd and 8, Kaufman again, big hole across the 30, and that's enough for a first down.
Well, we saw what the Oakland Raiders, what they want to do today. They want to get the ball, run it up inside, because that's what's important. That way they can take away the sacks of the quarterbacks. It should settle the team down. There won't be penalties, and most of all, avoid those turnovers. Of course, on the other side, the Dallas defense, they want to make Jeff George think quick, because they think when you make him react real quick, throwing the football, he has a tendency to make bad decisions.
There's movement on the front line on the right side. Lincoln Kennedy says it was the other guy, Greg Ellis. Our referee today is Jerry Markbright.
Zone infraction, number 98, defense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
So it's a 1st and 5.
You know, this is a good, I like this change in the rules. When the defensive man jumps off sides, gets in that neutral zone, then if the offensive guy moves, it's a penalty on the defense. In years past, that would always be an illegal procedure by the offense. It's kind of cleaned it up and stopped the defensive guys from moving around a lot, trying to make you jump off sides.
1st and 5. Out of the backfield is Kaufman. Grabs the ball, but that's going to bring him down just at the 35-yard line. A loss of 1 on the play. Kevin Smith was there to make the play.
I think we kind of got a little indication of what the Raiders and Jeff George wants to do. That time, before he could even get back to finish his drop, he's getting rid of that football, because 19 sacks in 3 games, that's all they're hearing. And this defense for the Cowboys, they go 19 sacks. He holds it. That fires you up as a defensive player.
Jeff George has thrown 3 interceptions in his last 22 passes. This is Kaufman. Running room on the right side across the 40 and close to another first down for the Raiders.
Well, Napoleon Kaufman on AstroTurf, he's fast on grass. So he's really fast here on the AstroTurf. And he's got this big guy in front of him, John Ritchie. Let's take him out. Any good running back in this league has a fullback that leads it up in there. Well, not a crushing block by John Ritchie, but believe me, those defensive backs, they know what his job is. They know what size he has, and they want to stay out of his way.
He wants to be to Napoleon Kaufman what Moose Johnston is to Emmitt Smith here in Dallas.
That's right. That's Moose Johnston. That's his hero.
It's his hero.
So he wants to be like him. I don't blame him.
First down from the 41. Kaufman. And Kaufman barely getting back to the line of scrimmage. Randall Godfrey there to make the tackle. John Gruden wants to run the football today. He says it is critical not only to his offense in general, but to Jeff George's survival in the backfield.
Well, of course it is. It just eliminates so many problems that can come up. We've already seen that. And I said, Greg, what it does, it just settles the game down. It slows it down. And, of course, the slower the game, there's less chance of making mistakes.
2nd and 10, and 3 wide receivers are in.
Changing the play, Jeff George, something we didn't think they would be doing today.
Quick drop, quick throw, batted down, incomplete. Jeff George did say yesterday that the kind of game plan they had in should not call for him to check off at the line very much.
Well, and why is the system should take care of it, he told us. And last week against the Broncos, they had a lot of checkoffs. They had a lot of confusion. It led to mistakes, incompletion, sacks, and interceptions, you know, the worst of all.
3rd and 10. George, deep drop, and a whistle blows before the play got underway.
Prior to the snap, ball start. Number 82, offense. 5-yard penalty.
82 is James Jett. Now the Raiders began the day with 38 penalties. That's the most in the National Football League. Make it 39.
Watch James Jett just leaning forward just a little, and that would not have been a penalty except he wasn't reset for 1 second, 1 complete second before the snap of the ball.
So now it's 3rd and 15 from about the 35.5-yard line. Howard changing up.
Well, you can see all the people, the blitzing, where they want to get after Jeff George.
And he didn't get the playoff in time. One of the things that they did back in Oakland, John Gruden trying to get his offense accustomed to a lot of noise.
Well, they practiced with it this week. You know, they had the loudspeakers out there, and every time they came to the line of scrimmage on offense, they turned the music on real loud, because you got to simulate what you're going to see here in this stadium. No communication once you walk up the line of scrimmage. Very hard to check off. Twice Jeff George has had problems with it already.
3rd and 20.
And of course the crowd knows that. They go, man, we're part of the game.
And they're going to run it up the middle with Kaufman, and Kaufman is going to get maybe a yard. Greg Ellis, number 98, in on the stop for the Cowboys, and it's 4th down.
That play illustrates to you how conservative the Oakland Raiders want to play. Let's see what happens. Let's see if their defense can dictate to Dallas's offense. Don't take the chances early.
Deion Sanders is deep for the Cowboys. Had an unreal night Monday night. And he's dancing at the 20.
A lot of room.
Sanders from the 12. Trying to get outside. Finally brought down just shy of the 25-yard line, but he may have run about 40 yards in the process. 1st down for the Cowboys when we come back to Texas Stadium right after this. Jason Garrett filling in for Troy Aikman, out with the broken left clavicle. And Garrett 3-0 as a starter for the Cowboys.
Cowboys put in backup tackle, a tight end, Flozell Adams.
Garrett going to throw. Arm pump, got his man open downfield and underthrew it. Michael Irvin had his man beaten.
He had him beaten. The Cowboys worked on this play in practice. It worked beautifully. But Jason Garrett, play action, fake, needs a little time. This play takes a long time. Michael Irvin is doing it out and up. Watch the quarterback. He feels the pressure, gets hit, doesn't it? He's not able to step into it, and that's what makes the ball come up a couple feet short to Michael Irvin.
James Folston, the linebacker, in on the hit on Garrett. 2nd and 10. Emmett Smith looking for running room, doesn't find much. That'll be pretty much no gain. Take a look at the Cowboys offense, the front line. A good one. Larry Allen, Newton, Clay Schreiber, Everett McIver, and Eric Williams at right tackle. In the backfield, Smith and Darrell Johnston. Michael Irvin and Billy Davis are the wide receivers, and David LaFleur is a tight end. And now Deion Sanders has come onto the field for 3rd down and 10. He is to the bottom of your screen. shotgun. Down the middle, has a man complete over midfield. Michael Irvin has the first down.
Well, this is good game planning. They had a good play, the first play of the game to score a touchdown, but they knew if they showed 4 wide receivers, Oakland spreads out. Watch Michael Irvin go right down the middle. Here's the safety, here's the corner. Jason Garrett throws right between them. Makes the perfect throw. Michael Irvin, look at that. Nobody around him. The safety too late getting over to make the hit. James Trapp.
First down, Dallas. Emmett Smith, right side. Across the 45 to about the 44-yard line. A pickup of about 2 on the play. Greg Beaker with the tackle. Here's a look at the Raider defense. Harris and Lance Johnstone on the outside and Russell in the middle. The linebackers are Folston, Greg Beaker, Richard Harvey. In the secondary at the corners, Heisman Trophy winner Charles Woodson along with Eric Allen, Eric Turner, and Albert Lewis are the safeties. And there's the man who runs the Raider defense, defensive coordinator Willie Shaw on 2nd and 8. Raider blitz. Cowboys pick it up. Pass this side, incomplete, intended for Irvin. Eric Allen defending the pass.
Well, you know, a couple things. The Raiders defense, they want to get Jason Garrett in passing situations. They believe when he throws the football, it stays in the air a lot longer, of course, than it does when Troy Aikman's the quarterback. You can make plays on the ball. Good example that time. Eric Allen had time to react, gets up, breaks the pass up.
Eric Allen, 6-time Pro Bowl selection. Chris Warren is now into the backfield for the Dallas Cowboys, seeing his first action of the regular season for Dallas. Garrett down the sideline, incomplete. Irvin, the intended receiver. Charles Woodson on the cover.
Well, that was a good job by Charles Woodson. That time lined up, man coverage, and you could see what happened there, the difference. Michael Irvin, he's not a receiver who can just line up and outrun you anymore. He needs a little fake, do something at the line of scrimmage. That time, no separation, and Charles Woodson just outruns him to the football.
That will be an interesting matchup to watch.
Hey, you know what? Michael's mad because he couldn't manhandle. You know, Charles Woodson's a big corner. He's used to throwing those corners around.
Desmond Howard is deep. Gowen locks this one up. Howard, fair catch at about the 12-yard line. 8 minutes, 21 seconds left to play in the first quarter. We have no score at Texas Stadium. A warm September day here in Dallas. Welcome back to Texas Stadium.
Warm.
It's warm.
It's hot.
It's warm.
It's real hot. And of course,
that's how warm it is.
The Cowboys are smart. Yeah, these big fans are great. They're smart. They stay on the side where all the shade is. See, the visiting team, they're in the sun. You sweat, you squint.
Hate when that happens. First down for the Raiders from their own 13. And Napoleon Kaufman looking for running room up the middle, tripped up after a pickup of about 3. Our man on the sidelines, as always, Armin Katane. Armin.
Hey, Greg, you know, as Chan Gailey wants to get Deion Sanders into this game as much as possible, John Gruden wants to get him out of the game as much as possible. What he wants to do, he told us yesterday, is not to give Deion 1 second of fresh air this whole game. He's going to do it by forcing his wide receivers to run Sanders down the field as much as possible and to block him as much as possible. We'll see what happens as the day wears on. Back to you.
All right, Armin, second down. George fakes the play action now over the middle. It is complete, just shy of the 20-yard line. Tim Brown is there, but a pickup of 3 on the play.
That was a nice catch by Jeff George. Anytime you throw the ball short and over the middle, watch Tim Brown. He'll come up just underneath. Here he comes, and Jeff George fires it and reaches up. If that ball is bobbled or anything goes up in the air, look at the linebackers around Tim Brown. It would be an interception.
So 3rd and 4 for the Raiders from the 19. George going to lob it. Complete. Tim Brown out of bounds. Close to the 45-yard line. A pickup of 26 yards and a first down.
Well, it's a good move by Tim Brown. Watch it here in the slot. Going to go fake a little out and then runs up the field. He's against the safety, Darren Woodson. It is a good matchup for Tim Brown. He should beat him deep. But then you can see This is what makes everybody, this teases everybody about Jeff George. We know he's got the strong arm, all those good things, but he also can throw the ball with touch, and you know, everybody's waiting for him to finally put it together, play well, and his team to win.
First down Raiders from their 45. The whistle blows. This will go against the Raiders. Let's see if it was tight end Ricky Dudley.
Prior to the snap, false start, number 83, offense. 5-yard penalty.
Dudley, the tight end, and another Oakland penalty. Week number 1, 15 of them. 16 against the Giants, 7 against the Broncos, and this is their third here today.
Third today, and a couple of them by pass receivers in passing situations, just being a little nervous trying to get down the field too quickly.
First and 15. Kaufman a pickup of maybe 3 for an NFL Today report. Let's check in with Jim Nantz in New York. Jim.
All right, Greg and Phil, with John Elway on the bench in street clothes with a hamstring pull. Bubby Brister opening drive of the game, 81 yards and a touchdown pass to Ed McCaffrey. Broncos 7-zip back to Dallas.
Much like the touchdown pass Brister threw to McCaffrey 1 week ago against these Oakland Raiders. Second and 12. Kaufman, running room, right side to the 40. To about the 28-yard line.
Well, it's a blitz by the Dallas Cowboys. The Raiders got the perfect offensive. Watch the blitz. Here it comes. Now the blitz is inside. Napoleon Kaufman's going outside. Lincoln Kennedy. Look at this man, number 72, leading the way. The Cowboys are lucky this doesn't go all the way. Good hustle by the defensive back. Stops Napoleon Kaufman for scoring a touchdown.
First down from the Dallas 27. Harvey Williams into the backfield across the 25. A pickup of 4 on the play.
See what's happened. The Dallas Cowboy defense and Dave Campbell, the defensive coordinator, hey, he's looked at these charts. He says, hey, the Raiders throw it here. There's Dave Campbell up in the booth. They throw it on this down, this situation. Today, we've already seen they're more patient. They're catching them in a couple blitzes. They run the football. That's one of the reasons why they're having success.
Williams, right side, across the 20. Losing the football to get out of bounds. It did, and it's still Oakland football.
We're sitting up here. I guess we're about at least maybe 75 yards from the action. From here, you could hear John Ritchie, the fullback, leading the way and making his hits. John Ritchie, fullback. He's the ultimate fullback. This guy hadn't carried the football one single time in the regular season. Boy, good block on the strong safety. Omar Stoutmire leads the way for the runner to cut up inside and make that valuable yards.
Another first down for the Raiders. There's the rookie.
Yeah, hey, look at his hair. It looks good there. We met him yesterday. I'm telling you, that hair was everywhere.
First down from the 17. Williams up the middle. Across the 15 to about the 13-yard line. And so far, the Raiders are making good on their promise of running the football today.
Well, John Gruden was talking about during the week. I mean, everybody knows, hey, he's the passing guru. You know, his passing, his system, and all these things. He talked about this past week in practice. They were just more physical. Let's be more aggressive. And most of the time, what you practice, you see the results in the game, and they're seeing it so far today.
Second and 7. Kaufman back into the backfield for the Raiders. George with time. Rolls to his right. Throws and has his man drop it inside the 10-yard line. That's Terry Mickens. You know, Jeff George doesn't get that much time to throw in practice.
Well, that's right. You know, really a good job by Jeff George moving around. Watch him move to his right. Here's the thing that bothers me. Watch the receivers. A good job by Terry Mickens finding the hole, but the rest of them, the tight end, Tim Brand, they're down the field, and they don't know what quite to do. If somebody would have broke the other way, I think Jeff George would have found them for the touchdown.
Third and 7. 67 rushing yards for the Raiders. George with time, flips it out of the backfield. Kaufman trying to make something of it inside the 15 to about the 12. That's a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring the field goal unit on. So a pretty good Oakland drive stalls inside the 15-yard line.
And you know what? It comes from the drive stalls. Mickens drops a pass that's right in his chest. That's what's hurt this Raider team a little in the first 3 weeks. They're dropping key passes in key situations that always stops. Instead of a touchdown, they're looking at a field goal attempt.
Greg Davis will tee this one up at the 20. It'll be a 30-yard field goal attempt. The placement is good. The kick is perfect. And with 2 minutes, 34 seconds remaining to be played here in the first quarter, the Raiders grab a 3-0 lead on the Cowboys. We'll be right back. Back to receive for the Cowboys, Kevin Mathis and Jeff Ogden. Davis, whose 30-yard field goal, the only points on the board so far, kicks it. It's Mathis. 25, 40. And close to the 45-yard line will put the Cowboys in terrific field position. Greg Davis, the kicker, making the tackle. 32-yard return and a timeout here at Texas Stadium. Great field position for the boys when we come back. Welcome back to Texas Stadium. 2:23 to play first quarter, and the Cowboys in excellent field position from their own 44. Goes to work right away. It hurdles a man at the line of scrimmage and gets close to midfield before James Polston makes the stop after a 5-yard gain. Great pictures from up above. Aerial footage provided by the Bud One airship Budweiser, an official sponsor of the National Football League.
You know, I always hated that hole in the roof here. Always.
Why?
Because the sun would shine, it would be in our players' face, and it would make me throw interceptions.
I thought maybe it was because you were looking up at it all the time.
Oh.
2nd and 4 for the Cowboys. Smith again. Right side. Cuts back, gets his first down on a pickup of 5. Let's check in once again with Jim Nance for an NFL Today report. Jim.
Well, Greg, the hapless and winless Eagles with a quarterback change today. Rodney Peete gets the start. First series, 70 yards. Deuce Staley and a touchdown. 7-0 over the Chiefs. Back to you in Dallas.
All right, Jim. Was there ever anything as a soft touch whenever you went out on the field?
No, there's no such thing. Especially, it used to be maybe back in the mid-'80s and things like that. But now, every week, the talent level is so close. The coaching is so good, it's hard to dominate.
First down for the Cowboys with 1:01 remaining delayed. Quick slant in. Almost picked off by Eric Allen. Intended for Michael Irvin.
Empty backfield by the Dallas Cowboys. A different look for this Oakland Raider defense. One thing they said, Eric Turner said this defense knows what they like to do is run double slants. The inside receiver was running the slant. Eric Allen sees it. He knows Michael Irvin's going to run one. Reads the quarterback, almost makes the interception. That's 2 passes today Eric Allen tried to come up and take away.
We have seen a very aggressive secondary for the Raiders so far.
I think we might see one of those double moves on Eric Allen, though, pretty soon.
Chris Warren is in the backfield now for the Cowboys. He gets the handoff. Close to the 40-yard line. Greg Beaker gets tackled for the Raiders.
You know, the Cowboys running the football, they think they have an advantage today. The defensive ends for the Oakland Raiders, not real big. And when you have Larry Allen and Eric Williams as your tackles, which the Cowboys do, there's a size advantage. That's why they think they can run off tackle, take advantage of the smaller Oakland Raider defenders.
Substitutes on both sides of the ball. Deion Sanders is in as a wide receiver and is flanked to the far right
against Charles Woodson.
Garrett over the middle, complete. And that appears to be enough for a first down. Ernie Mills with the reception, a 7-yard pickup. That is another Dallas first down.
Ernie Mills, one of the wide receivers. Well, the wide receiver that Chan Gailey brought in here with him. He knows the system, helps the other players out.
Cowboys are on the move as we hit the end of the first quarter. And a Raider gets hit down on the field. 3-0 Oakland. We're coming back to Dallas right after this. Greg Gumbel, Phil Simms, Armin Katayan back at Texas Stadium, and look at Chan Gailey in his first year as head man of the Dallas Cowboys. You know, he was in some big football cities in Denver and Pittsburgh, but the spotlight here in Dallas has been a little different.
Well, I think they caught him by surprise. It's pretty bright down here in Dallas.
First down from the 34. The pitch for Smith, who will run it left and finds running room across the 30. Darrell Russell with the tackle, but not before Emmitt Smith picks up 5 yards. Yeah, Chan says that spotlight here in Dallas gets a little gleaming.
A couple things. He says, I've been speaking in churches for 20 years. And, of course, he's assistant coach, so nobody's there following him and looking at him. But he comes down here, he goes to speak at his first church, and he gets there and he's talking. He goes, my gosh, there's 3 camera crews here filming me, asking everybody questions about the new head coach in Dallas. And, you know, football's everything down here, and he's found out. And also, since he's been here, he's lost 20 pounds. And you want to lose weight, become a head coach in the National Football League. The anxiety will make you do it.
2nd and 5. Smith, left side, good blocking, turns the corner, and is close to another first down.
I think that was a good example of just watching the size of the Dallas Cowboys offensive line. Nate Newton, Daryl Johnston. Watch Daryl Johnston, number 48, leading out front. Nate Newton pulling around. They just get on the defensive back, Albert Lewis, clear out the way for Emmitt Smith.
There's the man they call Moose.
Well, one of the big reasons why the Cowboys think they can run the football again, of course, the new coach, Chan Gailey, putting in some runs, helping them out, but they got the fullback back, and you know, that always helps the halfback, Emmitt Smith, when you have a good blocking fullback.
9th play of the drive, first down from the 33. Garrett under the gun and goes down, and Darrell Russell is in on the quarterback.
Well, when you send everybody out of the backfield, there's nobody in the backfield. There's no second line of defense now for the offense in pass protection. Darrell Russell, number 96, inside. Well, the Cowboys blow the blocking assignments. Nobody's even there to block him. Jason Garrett does a good job of just protecting the football. And we had a chance to talk to Darrell Russell yesterday. Funny guy, big guy, and he was talking about playing the Denver Broncos last week. He said a couple times the guys were holding me and said, hey, big fella, you're just too good. We're just going to have to hold you all day today.
2nd and 16. Down the middle, has a man open and it's batted down. Eric Allen with yet another big play on the corner. David LaFleur, the intended receiver.
Well, it's a good read by Jason Garrett. Does a good job of looking off the defense, but really what makes Eric Allen have a chance to make the play, you can see the ball hangs in the air just a little bit, and then enables him to come underneath and knock the ball away. He still almost doesn't get there.
Cowboys looking at 3rd and 16 now from the 29. 4 wide receivers in for Dallas. Irvin came back out of the backfield, catches the flare, blockers in front of him, inside the 25 before Pat Swilling brings him down. That will not be enough for the first down.
You're right, Greg. Michael Irvin's in the backfield. They bring him back there. He says, I don't mind you bringing me in the backfield every once in a while, maybe to help protect the quarterback, but bring me back there for a reason. Let me catch a pass. That time it was a screen play.
Richie Cunningham. Not that one, Phil. 39 of 43 for his career. This will be a 40-yard attempt. Kick is away, and it is perfect. Right down the middle. And that stops the clock with 12:24 to play here in the first half. The Cowboys have pulled even with the Raiders at 3. Welcome back to Dallas, everyone. Greg Gumbel, Phil Simms, Armin Katayan, the Raiders and the Dallas Cowboys tied at 3. The Cowboys marching to a field goal, and now Desmond Howard is deep for the Raiders to take the kick. Howard from the 3. Across the 20, out to about the 24-yard line, where he is brought down by Sherman Williams. A timeout on the field. 12:14 to play, first half.
Never. Don't want to ride in it. Don't want to fly it.
The thanks of a grateful nation.
I'm high enough right here.
First down. And George going to throw. Flips it over the middle. Finds his man, Ricky Dudley. You know, Jeff George can flip the ball really, really quickly. It's one of the things about his arm. How does he do that?
Well, that's one of the reasons why he can. Let me show you why he can. Because most quarterbacks like to grip the football. They go to the middle. That way you have a lot of control. Jeff George puts all of his fingers at one end. And just think about it.